सम्मानित कर रही हैं और वो हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं। राजस्थान की पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री वसुंधरा राजे ने टाइम्स नाउ नवभारत की एडिटर इन चीफ नविका कुमार
Thank you so much for this one. Feels like an Oscar right now. And pardon me, Vasundhara ji, the idea was not to arrive late for my own award. Awards are very difficult to come by, so it's not that it meant any less to me. It was just that sometimes politicians dictate our lives, give us appointments at times which may not be the most convenient, but you take them anyway in election season because you know what's going to turn into a story. So thank you so very much for this. And when it comes from Navika FLO, you know, when women actually stand by women and recognize what all has gone into this journey to reach here, and with all the greats, it really is truly very, very special. Especially because this is the big stage in New Delhi, the center of politics, the center, the capital of India. And for somebody who started a journey from a nondescript small town called Sindri in erstwhile Bihar, now Jharkhand, studying in a convent school there, Mount Carmel Convent, one didn't even know what Delhi was all about. A small place where you grow up, protected environments and schools that you go to, your world is limited to just that. Even when Delhi was watching television in 1982, Sindri hadn't heard about it. So our companion was the radio. We heard commentaries of cricket on radio and waited for the newspapers and magazines to come from the nearest city, which was Kolkata then, Calcutta then. And the newspaper would also come in the evening by train. So there was nothing called, you know, fast breaking news in the time that I was growing up. So this was a strange world. But yes, we studied, and in small towns, you're always taught this by parents, especially if your parents in a government job or a public sector job. They're always telling you this, कि बेटा जो भी करना, सोचना कि जिंदगी अपने पैरों पे खड़े होकर जीनी है. So that's what you grow up with, and that is what you know, you believe in, that life's not going to be easy, but you've got to get there, and you've got to do it on your own merit and on the strength of your own hard work. And that's the training I got as a child. And then I moved to places, Pilani, where I studied for 2 years in Rajasthan, though I didn't know anything about politics then. And Pilani, Vasundhara ji will know, was a school which has 16 feet high walls, and we were not even allowed to peep outside because +2 was still in school. And then, of course, I moved to Goa, then to Pune for my master's in economics. And then in college, I just applied for a written test in the Economic Times without telling my parents. You know, still in college, went and gave an interview. And, you know, parents always believed that if I was doing my master's in economics, I would one day teach, which was a very convenient career to have. But I had different ideas. And thanks to my parents, slightly old-fashioned, slightly conservative, but gave their daughter the liberty to make her own choice. And of course, the daughter was pretty loud. So possibly they didn't have a choice in the matter. And I went, and in the big bad world of Mumbai, I started my career in the old lady of Boribandar office. That is the VT office of the Times of India. And I joined the Economic Times. So it was a journey that started in 1990. As it happens to some of us, we follow the traditional way. 91, I got married. In 10 months, I had a child. And then health being what it was, and bringing up a new baby had its own challenges. So I quit work after 2 years of working, and then 95. I did a little bit of freelancing in between, and 95 I came back, started again with the Indian Express. And when I entered the Indian Express, I realized that business stories are not going to make it to the front page if it's a scam, maybe. But in those days, scam was not such a big word, and it wasn't really, something that people were used to. So I was doing business reporting and not getting anywhere in life. Not that business journalists don't, but a business journalist doing business stories in a general newspaper wasn't getting anywhere. And that's when my love affair with the parliament began. And I started covering every single debate in parliament, and that's my training of politics. I've never covered a political party. I started covering parliament and through debates, and those were the days when debates were really top class. The year 96, when there was the telecom scam that broke, Sukhram, and the history, and there was a log jam in parliament. That is the phase when I started understanding how business and politics are actually so closely related. And that's the journey that began. And then began the quest for looking for those kind of special stories, which somehow used my economic background and training. I could understand ministry notifications, files much better than a general political reporter. I understood what the budget was. I understood everything about policy making, and then how to link it to politics. That became a new journey of political economy. And that lasted for 10 years at the Indian Express, where I learned every day. And I think while in the media you expect everything to be open, it is, I think, very, very well sort of positioned for women to express themselves. There are a lot of women in media. Yet, many of you will agree, and I think many women will agree, that there is some sort of a glass ceiling, some sort. No, maybe not as visible as it is in other walks of life, but there is still. And then at the cusp of turning 40, I got this opportunity to move to television. And people said, oh, it's going to be the worst decision ever, because at this age, television doesn't work. Television is about looking pretty and running around. And because I was told that, I said, okay, then I have to try this, because it's the wrong time, it's the wrong age, and it's the wrong description, so I will do it. And that's how then the love affair with television really began. And I always say now, I have 2 children who are from, my own birth pangs that I felt that I delivered. And there are 2 more children that I have now, and that is Times Now and Times Now Navbharat. Because we women, when we have these responsibilities, we are not just about being practical and being, somebody said this before me, that we use our mind. Of course, we use our mind, our intelligence, but we do a lot of things from our hearts. And it is from here that we do things that make a difference. And in this experience of being in the media, being amongst these very, very powerful women, we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot. I can actually say Priyanka, she has the spunk that she does it with. She stands up to people. It's a feeling, that you feel, yes, women can do it. And of course, what can I say about Vasundhara ji? We've chatted about these things so much, but what I really appreciate about her is that, she's just focused. She knows what she wants. She knows how she's going to get it. And there are zillions of roadblocks in the way. But she's going to get it. And she's going to do it with that charming smile of hers. And in between, just one look here, 2-4 log to aise hi mar jayenge. And one look there, and a few hundred will die on the other side. And then she just walks through. A politician from Rajasthan in a male bastion who can actually, just with that aplomb, do a fashion show. I mean, that's amazing. That requires guts. And not just guts, it requires a lot of self-belief that you can carry it off. And I think salute all those women who carry it off with their confidence. And that confidence is something that we build over a period of time. It doesn't come, though, Priyanka, I will never believe that you would have trembling legs when you make a speech, because, my God, the way she goes after people, and women not spared, women anchors not spared too. It's great, and which is why when some people come to my show and say that we thought that it would be easy on your show, and I look at them, why did you ever think that? So it's just that we're there, we're dedicated, we will do it, and we have the passion to do it. Our passion, our sincerity, our hard work is unquestionable. And along the way, there is somebody up there who just takes care of us and helps us move on. And there are some of us here, I believe, sent by him to be our support system. And I'm not saying they're only women. Many men will support you in the job that you do. But yes, we as women must encourage other women, because glass ceilings still exist. And if you look at numbers during the COVID period, numbers of women at work have gone down. It is really something that we need to worry about. And we need to look at this issue. I'm not sure other genders will worry about it as much as we should. And I think it's something that we should worry about. We should bring back women to the formal place of work. And I still feel whatever we've done, wherever we are, whatever we've achieved, it's still work in progress. And we have to just carry on and on and on, just like some of us here. One election, another election, and then another election. And you just go on, because it is like somebody just said, nation wants to know. It's passé. It's passé. We make the nation. And that is the nation that we are building. I just feel we'll just go on. We'll set new benchmarks and we'll better them every single day. And we will do it with more resolve, and of course, more panache and style, because it comes naturally to us. And of course, it doesn't matter. I've broken a few stereotypes. Walked into television at an age most were walking back from television to print. Not really the fittest of people, but happy with my weight. And Ishi Khosla is glaring at me. She's tried several times, to set me right, par hua nahi. Lack of commitment on that score on my. But we just have to be comfortable with ourselves. Not that we shouldn't strive for better health, we should. But yes, that's also work in progress. And it'll carry on. So I don't think I've reached somewhere where I can just stop and pause and say, okay, I've done so much, it's okay. No, it's work in progress. Sorry, guys. You've got to bear me for a while longer. I ain't hanging my boots anytime soon. And watch out, more on its way. And today, when everybody is remembered Ghalib, I, of course, have to have a different take on life. And I want to remember Kaifi Saab. And Kaifi Saab's words, something that I just once read, and it stayed with me, and I, sort of saved it on my phone. So I just want to read this out with your permission. Since there's no bell here and no producer in my ear saying commercial break, don't think I'm going to go on for an hour and make this a 1 hour show. It's not the news hour, but I'll just end with these lines because I think they should mean a lot to all of us. Qadr ab tak teri tareekh ne jaani hi nahi. Qadr ab tak teri tareekh ne jaani hi nahi. तुझ में शोले भी हैं, बस अश्क फिशानी ही नहीं. तू हकीकत भी है, दिलचस्प कहानी ही नहीं. तू हकीकत भी है, दिलचस्प कहानी ही नहीं. तेरी हस्ती भी है, एक चीज जवानी ही नहीं. अपनी तारीख का उन्वान बदलना है तुझे. अपनी तारीख का उन्वान बदलना है तुझे. उठ मेरी जान, मेरे साथ चलना है तुझे. And we'll walk together. मंजिलें और भी हैं और उन तक पहुंचना भी है हमें. साथ साथ चलेंगे. Thank you so very much to Vicky FLO, to all those who still think that media deserves an award, because many people abuse us, but it's not glamour at all. What you see in front of the camera is not all. It's back-breaking work, minute to minute to minute. And this one, for my children, Suchet and Siddhant, who've borne the brunt of me being in office for long hours. But this one also for my two beautiful children, Times Now and Times Now Navbharat, which is just 6 months old. So, looking forward to your support and looking forward to your positive vibes, because positivity means everything to all of us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vicky FLO. Thank you, Vasundhara ji.